Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start next lesson of class 2nd year, Women's Education. Women's Education, as title is saying that स्त्रियों की शिक्षा, written by S. Radhakrishnan. S. Radhakrishnan was the second president of Free India. He was a philosopher, statesman, an effective speaker, and a voluminous writer of world fame. Among his numerous books, some of his famous books are Indian Philosophy, Hindu View of Life, Eastern Religions and Western Thought, and Philosophy of Upanishads. Sarojini Naidu, the famous poetess of India and the former governor of UP, called Dr. Radhakrishnan a man of words and wisdom. On account of his birth date, we celebrate Teachers' Day in our country because it was his great demands to celebrate his birthday as a Teachers' Day. As we talk about women's education has been selected from the Dr. Radhakrishnan's famous book True Knowledge, which was published in 1970. It deals with the education of women in India. The author is not satisfied with the present day education because it is not widespread and deep. Nowadays, the education gives emphasis on the knowledge of the world and the technical skill to earn a livelihood. Means nowadays we are getting education only to earn our livelihood, not for the purpose to remove the bad habits or improve our manners, body language, or improve any of in our society. It does not lead us towards a higher life, so the present day education is not true. The true education makes our conduct better. It leads towards spiritual world which is beyond the physical world. For this, the author advises us to study classics, which are the storehouse of knowledge. So here the author is very reluctant that the young persons or the students of our country should read the classics of our great ancient civilizations and cultures. As we start line by line explanation of this lesson, let's see. You are living in an age when there are great opportunities for women in social work, public life, and administration. Society requires women of disciplined mind and restrained manners. Whatever line of work you undertake, you should bring it to an honest, disciplined mind. You will then succeed and have the joy of work. Here, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan is pressing about the importance of education for women. It is rightly said that if women are educated, they can educate a lot of generations. So women should be educated, and nowadays there are a lot of opportunities for women in any kind of field. They can choose social work, public life, administration, and they are choosing and proving themselves better at every field than human or than men. Society needs women who have disciplined mind and restrained manners, and those women can make our society great and take them to a higher position of the world. Actually, in our country, education so far as girls' education is concerned is not widespread enough. So every institution which contributes to the education of girls is worthy of recognition and encouragement. But I am anxious that the kind of education that is imparted must not only be broad but should also be deep. We are lacking in depth. Here, the great author Dr. S. Radhakrishnan is saying about the depth of the education which is imparted to the girls, and he is also reluctant that the institutions which are contributing education of girls are worthy of recognition and encouragement. Government should admire them and give them opportunity to make the women and we may become learned and skilled, but if we do not have some kind of purpose in our life, our lives themselves become blind, blundering and bitter. So we should also make an aim to pursue that at any rate, and aim should be beneficial for society and the person who is aiming. The Gita says, Vyavasatmika buddhi eka. For a truly cultured mind, there is a single-mindedness, a dedication to a single purpose. For the uncultured mind, the whole life is scattered in many directions. Bahusakha hyanantastaka. Here, the author is saying that aim should be one, because a truly cultured mind has only one single-mindedness and dedication to a single purpose. On the other hand, uncultured mind whose whole life is scattered in many directions. So if there is a lot of purpose, then it is possible that no one can be completed easily. So therefore it is essential that the education which you acquire in these institutions should give you not merely learning and skill, but endow you with a definite purpose in life. Endow means hota hai to decorate. The education which you are yielding must improve the personality and make you to pursue for a definite purpose in your life. What that purpose is, you have to define yourself. It is said that Vidya gives you Vivek. So here the main point of the lesson, that Vidya gives you Vivek, knowledge gives you wisdom, and Vimarsh Rupani Vidya gives you a sense of what is right and helps you to avoid what is wrong. And the knowledge which are giving at that time is help you to select or recognize what is right and helps you to avoid what is wrong. You must try therefore to find out what is required of you in this generation. A purpose which held good centuries ago may not hold good today in the view of rapidly changing condition of our country and of the world. So students, as you know very well that the world and its conditions are changing very fast. So the purposes which were very good in ancient time are not considered today still very good, because due to changes in the circumstances and atmosphere and in every part of the life forced us to change our purpose and made ourselves to work hard and harder to pursue any type of aim. So the purpose which you adopt in your life must be adapted to the relevant needs of the present generation. Here, so the author Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan is advising us to make our aim that which will be relevant needs of the present generation. Every time we start, we use our hymns and end with saying Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The teacher and the pupils are expected to avoid hating each other. What the changes occurs is mentioned in these lines, that nowadays the relation between a teacher and pupil is not same as it was in ancient times. And some other things, like when in ancient time we start our day with hymn and end with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti saying, but nowadays people are losing their cultures and manners. So author is very sad with this condition, and he is wishing that everyone should make their relation with teachers very good. Next, okay students, you have read some para of this lesson. Now you have to explain one para in your own words after reading this chapter. And now, as you very well know that you are preparing for board exams, so continue your study and work more to get your result good. Thank you students.